So why do I emphasize this concept of portion control over and over while on semaglutide? It just seems like an obvious concept that some people might hear me talk about that and think to themselves, yeah, no kidding. The reason why I talk so much about portion control is because I don't think people realize how much underlying psychology there is that's ingrained in their minds regarding portion control. And by that, what I mean is everyone comes from different backgrounds with their eating habits. Some people have always been taught to clean their plate. It's been ingrained in them since childhood, and whether it's feelings of guilt in not cleaning your plate, whether it's feelings of wasting money not cleaning your plate, that's a very real thing for a lot of patients. And so what I want patients to realize, or what I want patients to think about as they approach the start of each meal, is thinking about how much should I be eating in this meal that is going to be plenty for myself, and making sure that they have a plan going into each meal so that they don't overeat, so that they don't just subconsciously clean their entire plate. Because that's a very real thing for patients to overcome, is that innate tendency for them to do what they did before. Hi, I'm Dr. Kane Lai, and I want to help you effectively lose weight. When you sign up for a free consultation with me, we'll craft a plan tailored just for you. Additionally, you'll get all my expert advice all the way through your journey. Visit dropweightmd.com or click the link in the description below. Okay, so that's one idea, is when patients have a pre-existing concept that they must finish what's in front of them. So they're not controlling the portion. The restaurant's controlling the portion, or the host of where they're eating dinner at is controlling their portion. So patients need to take control of their own diet, of how much they're eating, so that they can do this week in and week out, or day in and day out. Okay. Another aspect of portion control is that patients don't realize how much or how often they're eating and the reasons why they're eating. I have some patients who talk to me about how they will drive by their favorite fast food place, and they know that at 10 p.m. at night, when they drive by that place, they usually stop in because they usually want to have a snack. And they equate that with, I'm hungry, in the past, but now that they're not hungry, they realize that it's always just been a habit of theirs, and that they're actually not that hungry when they drive by these places. It's just more of a comfort food or more habit. Okay, so that's another thing to think about as you proceed with your weight loss journey with semaglutide, is how much of my habits are impacting the amount that I'm eating. Another patient talked to me about how when she had her whole family over, and is usually in an empty household, but her college-aged kids would come home. And college-aged kids obviously eat everything in the house. So when they would sit down for a family dinner, she would eat more because she would instinctively feel like she needs to grab the food that she needs to eat before her kids would grab the food. So she was being a little overprotective of establishing her territory with the food. And when she stopped to think about it and really think about how she felt about hunger, how she felt about how much food does she need to eat here, then she realized she needed to stop protecting the food when people were over or when her kids were visiting. So these are all things to think about, and everyone has their individual tendencies regarding food. But if you consciously think about portion control, what you need to eat, how much you need to eat before you even sit down for the meal, I think it really helps you successfully pre-plan your portion control.